don't get pissed.
But Rick,
when you're staring at a scientist. Hey, what can I say except you're welcome for the science and the sauce. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. It's basically because, well, I'm a boss.
So this is the third recording on this. I may be drinking right now. Greetings, friends. In case you missed it, How Not to Brony 45 is currently up on VidMe, as it has been false flagged. I appealed Friday its community guidelines, so God be willing that should be up sooner rather than later. Our friend Vita decided to flag 3 other videos, How Not to Brony 44, 43, and 42. While the name is not given on the YouTube email, it reads because of a privacy claim the video needed to be altered. While Vita's name is not on the claim, it's very simple. All 3 of these videos are up in their original state on VidMe, on my VidMe account, which you can find by clicking on this in my YouTube channel banner to check for yourself. The only person who's in all 3 videos is Vita. Foxwell has pointed out that it could be Astral Ace, except in 43 and 42, they have fuck all to do with Ace. So I'm going to say it again. If you hire Bayfish to do your artwork and have any complaints, she will send this man to deal with the problem, who admitted to being arrested and being maced because he's crazy. And you don't have to believe me, that recording is up on VidMe on How Not to Brony 45. Please pass this video around just so everyone who hires Bayfish knows what they're getting into. Oh hey Vita, here's a recording from Deckard Spade.
Hi there folks, this is Deckard Spade, and I got a response for Vita's video. Hey Vita, you chose to change the facts yourself. Before you contacted me, I didn't have any information from Bfish about her starting anything. If she started the project in April 3rd, and then I get the refund on the 10th, that is more than 3 months. My motivation for doing the video was just as it was. It was a buyer beware. It may have taken place a year ago, but it also took place over a quarter of a year, and that is kind of stuck with me. You may have changed some of the information, but it doesn't change the fact that she was unprofessional. She got paid in advance and didn't complete a project, and I got refunded. If you're saying that I'm a malicious liar for paying someone in advance and expecting for them to do the business that I asked them about, then I have to ask what your morals are. So you're aware, I've never stiffed an artist on a payment. I haven't harassed them to get anything done. I've only done check-ins, and usually they take place months at a time. I spend time asking people to be encouraged to communicate with their artist, but I'm a dull-voiced bastard that has to spend most of his time having an ulterior motive behind everything that he does. I'm sorry, Vita. I'm Snidely Whiplash in disguise. I stand there menacingly, putting my hands together, going, yes. Good. Can you kindly sit on the train tracks for me while I get this rope? For you to spend this much effort and energy on me to make a response video over the course of a month later, I should say that I'm flattered. My advice to you is, follow your dreams. You can reach your goals. I mean, look at yourself. You are living proof.
Toodles. Oh, P.S. Vita, all those videos are still up. Minus 45. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Dear KP, mwah, 7K views. So I'm going to give you some advice. This is your channel layout. See this? This is your most popular playlist. It's at the top. Your upload playlist, which for whatever reason isn't even on display. Now I understand that you can go through rooting through all these playlists to find every recent piece of content. But the more difficult you make that to your average casual YouTuber, the more likely they are to just get up and leave. So let's do this. Let's grab 1 minute of KP's 7,000 viewed video versus 1 minute of one of her old works, one of the popular ones. We have to go back a year to My Little Review's Flutterbrudder, which had 100,000 views. Here we go. Hold your breath, kids. We're going down.
Known for taking advantage of Fluttershy's parents and hitting on Rainbow Dash. A lot.
Bad touch! Bad touch!
The big focus with his character development here is the push for him to get a job on his own and be an independent person pony thing.
It's alphabet soup. I made it special.
I'm not sure how long he's been doing this, but like me, and I'm sure other young peoples out there, we have issues being independent. Well, we like being independent, but we don't like being an adult and having to do things like taxes. Don't be an adult, kids. So part of me sympathizes with little old Zephyr here, but the other part is like, oh my god, does this boy not have any drive in his life? Jesus, I have a huge amount of artistic drive when I want or am into something.
As for artistic inspiration versus her tweet, here, where she says she's going to cut the series because of the views, are down. Though to be fair, does anyone do episode reviews anymore? This is a dying breed, friends. I have a channel built around it on Analysis Daily, and believe me, I fucking know. Let's look at the 7K video.
It feels forced as hell to try to get a reaction about just how forced it is. That's why they're trying to parody and lampshade the premise at the beginning of the episode, and just how odd the premise is. And as much as I appreciate that, at the same time, just because you point out how odd something is in a story, it doesn't excuse how odd that thing still is. Even so, why not ask Twilight or Rainbow Dash or something like this? From what I can tell, Applejack just doesn't understand the appeal of art, like at all. So having her judge something she doesn't really know anything about, even from an aspect like practicality, doesn't really seem to make any sense. I mean, I think it would have been more beneficial if she was like in the test audience or something, and not the main judge for the event. I'm just saying. Keeping that glaring point in mind, this episode is okay, I guess. On a basic level, it's good to see photo finish and hoity-toity, whatever your name is again. And having a rarity-centered anything is always good in my book, but again, it's all about the execution. And let's talk about that more in the episode summary plot thing, whatever, starting now. We start off in Ponyville, but Rhodey lets the news slip that the judge for her contest thing is Applejack.
Oh my god, am I watching a pony review before watching the episode? What is this, 2015? Like, after watching this, for Honest Apple, KP is kinda ho-hum with what's going on. KP's a bit more immersed in Flutterbrudder, for example, by contrast, where her expression in Honest Apple is more meh. It's really hard to sell it could be worse to an audience. Lukewarm is not a compelling standpoint. And maybe it's just me, the visuals look like they're trying to channel Beetlejuice. You mean Discord, sir? That's an argument for another day, Jeff. My point here is instead of being KP, you're getting a different character, and every word needs to be a visual display a la Beetlejuice.
Censorship.
Sir, didn't you have something to do with those massive view drops? Aw, bless your heart, Ninja. That's the sweetest thing you'll ever say. What could have worked here? On Two Fronts, KP could have done a collab with someone. Oh boy, do you mean Silverquill? No, Jeff, someone small, someone positive about the show, who could add ebb and flow and a contrast between indifferent to more excited. Oh look, KP is one giving a more balanced perspective, as well as caring about the community. Oh, do you mean like Tyndega? Well, I do love Tyndega, but he's very busy, and honestly, he's getting better views than KP. Look, she's already tried working with Silverquill, Joss Scorcher, and the Brony Notion. Maybe go do a collab with me, sir? I mean, you could do a lot worse than British Ninja. You do analysis. I'm not sure I'd want to. See, Jeff, I have no doubt there's a lot of people out there who will say that, but if KP asked you, you'd probably come running. KP's biggest problems, at least from the outside, is that she doesn't seem engaged in what she's doing. You mean getting other people to do work for her? Yeah, that's kind of troubling. When all you gotta do is record your lines and check on who and isn't showing up. Hey, I'm a mod in the Secret Rift. No, it's not that hard. Jeff did that for about a year. There doesn't seem to be a reason why KP would be so burned out other than being spoiled and not knowing how to deal with adversity. I had to face down 4 claims on 4 different videos. After working on How Not to Brony 45 for a significant amount of time, I had it taken away from me, and if you're driven, you get right back on the horse.